a Sunday in Virginia. The temperatures are in the 60s, and we'll be dipping down into the 50s after sunset. For the first time coming out of summer, I've switched over to my different leather riding gloves. I had a summer pair with some perforations, good cooling. I've struggled as a newer rider to find a pair of gloves that I like for colder weather. I had some hot wired gloves, heated gloves, and they were so tight to get on past the wrists, and certainly couldn't get them over a leather jacket without a fight. And the pair that I'm wearing now, I think are, I'll have to correct the name when I go back and look at the video, but it's like Tourmaster, I think. And what I find with these, I bought these at the November of last year, is that my hand, especially the right, but both of them a little bit, is in a lot of pain because I feel like these gloves are so thick that I'm struggling, to reach for things. The pull on the thumb is significant. There's not a lot of flexibility, and I had hoped they would loosen up last year enough, because I ride all year long. I try to. And they haven't yet. So when I reach for like the horn with my left hand, or to do anything with the right hand, including reach for the brake, it just feels like a lot of work and a resistance, and I don't want to be distracted with that when I'm riding. I don't even want to have to think about it. But right now, like if I wanted to keep two fingers over the front brake, like I'm doing here, it's actually taking quite a lot of work compared to the thinner gloves I had. So if anybody has any glove recommendations, I'll be glad to check them out. I'm looking for cooler, not heated gloves. I think I found a pair of those that I'm content with. Actually, these are not Tourmaster. Come to think of it, the heated gloves I found that I think I'm going to go with are the Tourmaster. These were different gloves that I bought at the end of last year for warm weather, but they're not heated. And I'd like kind of a wide gauntlet, and I'll probably, the next pair I get will go a little more up my sleeve than these you see here. But man, I would like a little more flexibility. It just feels like, basically when I finish riding for a day, or not even a day, just like a short ride, my thumb pain is pretty significant. The palm feels kind of thick, and I think that's part of it, is I feel like I'm reaching and really fighting the glove. Now they're warm, that's for sure, so I guess there's the trade-off there. I may try to wear these on a few more trips. Thought about seeing if I could get like a glove stretcher, just put that in there. The other thing I've done is put the windshield on to kind of keep some of these winds from hitting me when I'm riding, and I also, right before I house, threw on the lowers. I'm still a newbie, so I hope I just called those the right name. I think those are the soft lowers there, that's what they're called, to keep some of the wind off. Still getting my cold weather rhythm. This is I've only been riding for about 2.5 years, and I've tried to ride every month of the year. even if it's just short trips. And right now I've got on kind of just riding jeans, motorcycle riding jeans with kind of long undergarment, no heated gear on this trip. And then I have my leather jacket, and I put the vest back into the jacket for the first time this season, and closed all the zipper vents. And for right now, in the 60s, and hopefully when it dips down on the way home, that'll be enough. I have heated pants and heated vest. I guess that's a heated jacket, but I tend to only feel the heat on the vest part of it. And then heated gloves. When I bought this Corbin seat, I did not get the heated seat, and they seemed surprised. And in hindsight, maybe I should have done that. I think I may have the dealer install heated grips this month. Indian's got a $50 off service this month, and I thought maybe I would have them install some heated grips. Like everything, they get mixed reviews, but overall I think I would go that route. I've never really wished I had a heated seat. It sounds like a good idea, but the reason I didn't buy it was, one, to save a little money, and two, when I've been out riding in colder weather, I just didn't think a heated seat was what I needed. I could see the heated grip maybe. The other thing that I have struggled with is the windshield. I know that's kind of a controversial topic for some people who think windshields only belong on cars. In colder weather, I tend to like it. I have a Freedom Shield, and I tried all three sizes that they had, and I think this was the middle size. I kind of wish maybe I'd kept the one that was a little taller. I felt like the one that was taller actually created more head buffeting than this one that's a little shorter. I wish I had them side by side to check. I never had one. I didn't have all three at the same time, so it was hard to kind of remember what it was like. I probably should have just kept both. But as you guys know, it's not easy to swap them out. Even the time it takes to put the new one on, you kind of, it's sometimes a subtle comparison between the two. Yeah, so I've noticed with these gloves, I almost get like tennis elbow in my right, elbow and forearm. So now I'm heading home. Temperature according to the gauge here is 59. I didn't check it on my phone, but that tends to be generally accurate. And one thing I noticed, so the gloves are still, plenty warm. I'm gonna put the name of the brand in the comments because I've forgotten these that I bought last year. The pants setup is fine with no heated gear. One thing I noticed is that I must have left the top of my leather jacket just slightly unzipped, so my exposed neck, just a little bit of space there, I can feel the cold air. I need to do a better job about wearing kind of a neck gaiter sort of thing. I think last year I played around with like one of those that covers your face and your neck, but I didn't really care for the breathing. But it's another season, another year, so I'll learn more with each year about what I like and don't like, and what can fit in the helmet, my head. I've also ordered a Shoei modular helmet. That has shown up. but I'm working on putting a headset in there and getting the GoPro attached to that. I've ordered some mount, a third-party mount for that. I've ridden with it, but I have no helmet and no telephone hookup, no music right now, but I wore it just to make sure I liked it. I did. Little debating about whether to leave that clear visor on. It has a drop down, pair of sunglasses that I wish went a lot further down. So basically what happens is if you're looking straight ahead, it blocks the sun, but if you glance down at your gauges or gears or anything, you see daylight. It's really annoying. At least I find I'd rather it just be dark everywhere. So I'm debating whether I assume you can buy visors, even though it has the drop down sunglasses, I'll call them. I kind of like people not to be able to see my face as clearly as they do when it's just a clear visor. But of course, one of the advantages of leaving the clear visor on is you don't have to change helmets day and night. Change visors rather. Right now I have one of those photochromatic ones. It's not a showy brand because it never seems to be available. I bought this from some internet company based in Canada, I think, and fair price, but it's a knockoff. And actually, I take that back. I think the knockoff I bought off Amazon.com. I have to double check. Yeah, I think the knockoff came from Amazon, and it's been fine. Some other reviewers have said it doesn't quite get as dark as the showy, and it also doesn't get as clear. I don't know. I know there's times in direct sunlight I really desire my dark gray visor that I have, but I don't keep on when I'm using the photochromatic one. The advantage of this is kind of set it and forget it. It dims during the day and then lights up, clears up at night. I put on my dark visor the other day for a trip I was taking and really enjoyed how darker it was compared to the photochromatic one. And I brought my clear one in my saddlebag just in case I needed to swap them out. I'm kicking around, maybe leaving the dark one on because I drive mostly at night, and then maybe just have some clear sunglasses or something and swap my helmet up, but that wouldn't work in cold weather too well. Not hot about that idea anyway. You can also tell when you've put your gloves and jacket not quite right in cold weather, because right now I'm starting to feel cold air going up my arms. Can't tell if it's one or both. But typically that's because one of the cuffs of the jacket has not gotten pushed under the glove, so cold air is coming in, which right now is not unbearable because of the temperature, but if this was in the 40s and 30s, that would feel a lot different. Love the smell of fall in the air that you can smell when you're out riding.